Good morning, everyone, and I'm back again with another topic. This is ARK, A Rose Knows, Ruby Red, The Raw Reality, and I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so today's topic is going to be an extremely beneficial one. Um, it is going to be about how you can learn to stand up for yourself, speak up, and speak out. Because I know that at times, we can be a little timid. We'll be afraid of how someone feels, what they're thinking, what they're going to say, possibly what type of actions they're going to take. But hey, you need to learn how to not even worry about that and to stand up for yourself. Um, I've had many experiences, as I know many of you have as well. And I had no choice but to speak up. And I learned very quickly because back in my younger years, yeah, I was extremely timid. People, ran over me and they would kind of just do what they wanted to do. And, after a while, I was like, I don't need to keep, taking that. I need to figure out some things, for myself. But it took me to become a mother. That was number one. And that's pretty much where I started. Because when you are a mother, you definitely have to speak up for your child. If you don't speak up for yourself, then you definitely will learn how to speak up for your child. So, it was daycares, schools, hospitals, mental health facilities, other medical facilities, and so forth. Because the thing is, if you don't speak up for yourself or for your child, should I say, in that situation, then they may not get the very best of education. They may not get the best health care. Um, they may get picked on, at the school. The daycare provider may not be treating them right. But if you don't say anything, then that kind of stuff is going to continue, right? So, like I said, I learned how to get out of that real quick because I was not going to have anyone mistreat my child or for him to miss out on any services that he was eligible for. And so with that, I learned how to roll with it. Um, when it comes to standing up for yourself and speaking up and speaking out, okay, I want to make sure that you get clarity on this because it depends on certain situations as to how you learn to do so. So you need to always keep respect in mind. Um, I'm not saying, that you be ugly or that you use profanity or that you disrespect someone in any type of way. You can stand up for yourself, you can speak out, and you can speak up without doing any of that. It is something that it may take a little practice, especially if you are the type to get frustrated easily, or if you have a chip on your shoulder to where it's like no matter what's going on, you feel like your needs are not being met, or you feel like certain things are not going the way that they should. And so that will bring on some serious, annoyance, frustration, anger, etc. All right, so um, I'm going to add that if it wasn't for me learning how to stand up and speak out for myself, I would have never got my children back home with me. Okay, that was a long, 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 drawn out situation. And pretty soon, you guys will be reading about it if you choose to. I'm not going to get off into it too much on here. Um, there was even situations where I had to stand up and speak out for my grandchildren. Um, and, it wasn't easy. Okay, neither situation. But I knew that if I did it, then nothing was gonna go the way that it should. Okay, so I learned how to develop those skills really quickly. I would say with my first child, well, my first three children, when they were removed from my custody, which was well over 2 decades ago. I learned how to take over that stage real quick because that's just a thing. If people feel like you're weak, if they feel like you don't know, if they feel like you don't have the courage, oh man, they finna run a train on you, okay? They really finna boom boom, they finna bombard you. Like it is really crazy how people can do. So you don't need to worry about if once you do speak up for yourself, if that's gonna make somebody angry, if it's going to hurt their feelings, if that's going to have them thinking, a certain way, or they may take a certain action. They may even decide to leave you alone. So let them. Because if a person cannot respect your standards and the fact that you're trying to be strong for yourself by standing up on what your rights are and what you believe in, then you're better off without them anyway. And then here's another thing. They ain't worried about you. You think they're gonna bite their tongue? You think they're gonna hold back from speaking their mind? I mean, and this is not just a personal. This is also for professional businesses as well. I mean, this is just all around. Okay, if anyone feels like that you are stepping on their toes or if something is going on, they are going to bring it to your attention. Very few people are not. So, like I said at the beginning, speak your mind, stand up, but be tactful. Okay, you don't have to be ugly. Like I said, you don't have to curse anyone out. You don't have to be aggressive in any type of manner. You can be mature and you can express your point without going into all of those type of rants. All right, so um here's another thing. When you stand up and you speak your mind, people will have more respect for you. I gained plenty of it dealing with my children's situation. I'm talking social workers, foster parents. To this day, I still have about 5 foster parents that I can call and talk to them and see how they're doing. And they reach out and they text me and they do the same. And they even invite us to certain things from time to time. My children feel, they've always felt love with these people and they're like a second family to us. Now, if I hadn't have spoke up, I look, I don't even want to go there. Okay, I don't even want to think about it because especially when my children were getting physically, verbally, psychologically, and any other type of way abused, if I hadn't have spoke up, a lot of those foster parents would still have their license. A lot of them would still been able to retain their freedom. So, um, it is vital important to speak up. People will have respect for you. They will think twice before even running over you or trying to make you into some sort of a fool. All right. So I hope today's lesson, you know, fits someone. I know we're all struggling with different things, but that was a random thought that I thought I would share. And as I've said, pretty soon I'm gonna be moving over into a different level. I call it uh, P P2P, paying to purpose. And what that is that's like my personal experiences that I feel like some of you guys, might could learn from, or if you know someone that has dealt with it, that maybe they could. But anyway, um, just always remember A closed mouth never gets fed. When has it got fed? It's not. So stand up for yourself. Speak up and speak out. All right. I hope everyone will continue to have a beautiful morning. I mean, depending on where you are, where I am, it's still morning time. But, hey, enjoy life, take care of yourself, be on the lookout. There's so much going on. And never, ever, ever forget to pray, because that's where you're going to get your strength from for any situation, and especially to speak up. All right. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. This is ARK, A Rose Knows, the raw reality with Ruby Red, uncut. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.